There is a particular kind of quiet that arrives after 70 that no one ever described to you. Not the quiet of a Sunday morning or a peaceful evening, a different kind. The quiet that comes when you realize the world has moved on and you are not sure where that leaves you. I know that quiet. I have sat inside it. My name does not matter. What matters is that I am 71 years old, and there was a period, not so long ago, when I genuinely believed that whatever was coming next for me was simply less. Less possibility, less becoming, less story. I thought the interesting chapters had been written, and what remained was only the slow and quiet task of finishing. If you are somewhere in that feeling right now, if you woke up this morning and the day felt like something to get through rather than something to move toward, then I want you to stay with me. Because what I found on the other side of that belief was something I never expected. And I think it is the part you may need to hear. What I did not understand for most of my life was how much of my sense of purpose had been borrowed. I do not mean that unkindly, I mean it exactly. For decades I knew who I was because of what I was doing. I was a mother, I was a wife, I was someone's daughter, someone's colleague, someone's neighbor who always brought food when there was trouble. I had a role in nearly every room I walked into, and that role told me what I was for. Then, one by one, those roles changed shape. The children grew, and the house emptied. My husband and I, well, that is its own long story. My mother passed. My career, which had been the thing I could always name when someone asked, ended with a retirement party and a card signed by people I may never see again. I remember sitting in my kitchen on a Tuesday morning, this would have been about 2 years ago now, with a cup of tea I had not touched, watching the light move across the table. And the thought that came, slow and clear and a little frightening, was, I do not know what I am for anymore. That sentence did not arrive with drama. There were no tears in that moment. It was quieter than tears. It was the kind of thought that has been true for a long time before you finally let yourself think it. Here is what I have come to understand about that feeling, and this took me longer to reach than I would like to admit. The belief that the story is over at 70 is not something we arrive at on our own. It is something the world teaches us, slowly and consistently, until we have absorbed it so deeply that it feels like our own conclusion. We are taught it in small ways, in the way conversations shift when you enter them, in the way certain doors stop opening without announcement, in the way people speak to you with a kind of gentle finality, as though your preferences are historical record rather than present desire. I spent 2 years thinking that what I was feeling was simply truth, that I was accurately reading my situation, that the appropriate response to being 71 and alone and uncertain was to become quieter, smaller, less. But here is what nobody ever told me, and what I wish someone had said years earlier. The feeling that your story is over is not a fact. It is a habit. And habits, even the ones that have lived inside you for a very long time, can be examined. I am not saying this to be encouraging in the way that costs nothing. I am saying it because I have sat on the other side of that habit now, and what I found there was something that changed the way I move through every single day that has followed. The change did not come from a decision. I want to be honest about that because I think we are told too often that transformation requires a moment of will, a morning where you rise and choose differently. That was not my experience. It came from one very small act of honesty that I had been avoiding. I had a notebook that I had carried for years without ever writing anything personal in it. I used it for grocery lists and telephone numbers and things I needed to remember to do. One evening, I could not tell you why that evening specifically, I opened it to a clean page and I wrote one question at the top. Not a big question, not a life question, just, what did I want to do tomorrow that had nothing to do with being useful to anyone? I stared at that page for a long time, and then I wrote something. It was small and slightly embarrassing in the way private things often are, but it was true, and it was mine, and it had been waiting inside me. I understood this only in that moment, for a very long time. What came after was not a transformation. It was more like a very slow turning of a very heavy thing. But it turned. I am not going to tell you that 71 has been what I expected. I am not going to tell you that loneliness has left, or that every day feels full, or that the grief of certain losses has resolved itself into something clean and finished. It has not. I do not think it will. But here is what is also true. I am more myself right now than I have been in 30 years. Not a better self, not an improved self, just more accurately myself. As though something I had been holding at a slight remove for decades has finally been allowed to simply exist. I think about that Tuesday morning in my kitchen sometimes, the untouched tea, the light on the table, the thought that arrived so quietly, and I think about what I know now that I did not know then. What I know now is that the story is not over. It is just written differently from here, with different materials, a different pace, a different kind of attention. Less performance, perhaps, less audience, but more truth. And I have found, unexpectedly, that truth, even quiet truth, even unresolved truth, is worth more to me now than almost anything else I could be offered. If you are over 70 and you woke up this morning feeling like what remains is simply less, I want you to sit with that feeling for a moment, not to push it away, but to look at it directly. Because I think, if you look closely enough, you will find that it is not the end of the story speaking. It is the beginning of the only part of the story that is entirely, completely yours. If something here stayed with you, if it named something you have been carrying quietly, there is more of this here. New stories every week. I am glad you found this space.